Hi guys, welcome to the 7th episode of my series, Chatting with Doing David, where we talk to the evicted housemates from the Bigbrother Naija Season 10 house. So tonight with us we have Rooboy, we have Sabrina, Zita, and Midday. How are you guys doing?
Yeah. We are fine. We are grateful.
Grateful, yeah, that's nice.
I always say it every time, like I'm interviewing you guys. You people look a lot better in person than on camera. Yeah. I always say the camera did not do you guys justice at all. You guys look really good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How does it feel to be out? Let's start with Rooboy.
To be honest, amazing. And I've been trying to mentally check myself. Physically, I think I'm not really balanced yet. And emotionally, I'm trying to manage myself, to be honest. You know, the old internet buzz, the that buzz, love and hate, everything. We have to put it together and to pick up ourselves. So,
all right. And Sabrina?
It's been great, honestly. I've missed the house a lot. There are moments where I just wish I was in the house, because in a way it's less stressful than the real world, because you're just in a bubble, right? So all you're facing is just within that space, so I miss it, but I also love the privileges that come with being outside. So it's very much enjoyable. So yeah, there's a miss and happy situation going
right there. Okay. Zita?
For me, I was a little bit happy to be outside. And that's because I was grateful for the house. I am so grateful that I got on the show and I stayed this long. But it was getting to a point I was like, you know what, let me out. So yeah, I got out and I'm grateful. I'm not necessarily seeing the trolls. I'm not asking for them, but then I'm like, oh, good vibes from here. So yeah.
Love that for you, Midday.
Yeah, I feel so grateful. I feel like everybody has been worried about me, and I just haven't really. I'm not asking them to come and attack me, but I'm just saying the love has overshadowed. I'm really leaning into the love more than the hate, and I feel like I'm just trying to be positive. Even if I see any negative comment, I'm like, I beg scroll, I beg clear. So it's just more like me trying to just lean into the positive narrative more and try to just let that whole negative whatever go.
Right. Love that for you guys. I feel like a lot of people go into the house and when they come out, they're like, that house was not what I expected. Some people are like, you know what, I'm disappointed. I thought it would have been easier. Some people are like, it was actually too easy. I thought it would be harder. But what was your experience? Did the house disappoint you or did it meet your expectation going in?
Should I go first?
Yeah.
So I feel like it was a lot harder than I expected. Oh my God. If I can tell you guys how mentally challenging that house was, it was crazy. First of all, with 29 this set, I don't think there's ever been, I don't know, but it was 20. I wasn't expecting to see 29 people. I was like, it's 20, 22. But when I saw 29 active people, it made me what am I doing here? How am I going to show myself? I know I have all of this inside me, but to bring it out on cue is the problem. So that was a lot for me to get past. But once I started getting comfortable with every single housemate, it was easy for me from then on. So I feel it was not as easy. It's not as easy as it looks. It looks very easy, but it's very difficult. It's very mentally draining, emotionally draining as well. So yeah.
So coming into the house for me, I think I came in with a very, distinct perspective compared to most other people. Mine was just like, oh, yeah, let's go and have fun in Bigbrother's house. Okay, vibes and inshallah. And I got and I was like, oh, okay. I'm not sure I wanted this. I enjoyed it. I loved the stay, but it was a lot. It was a lot to take in, and I'm so proud of myself that I did that. Try to stand out, Black Barbie. Okay. Are you happy?
I feel like for you to be disappointed by the house, you had to have had certain expectation of the house.
Right.
I think I just went into the house saying, I'm going to be the best me. I'm going to, be authentically me, unapologetically me. So I'm not necessarily disappointed by anything that happened in the house per se, because I just came wanting to experience something new, to be part of an experiment. Unlike, others who have watched the show consistently, I've never watched. And I intentionally did that to make sure it's a real experiment for me, a real experience. So I had no expectations going in because I don't really know what normally happens necessarily. So I just went in to just be me and enjoyed it. YOLO.
Okay, I'm going to just add to what Midday said. Like, imagine going to the house and you have to compete against 28 others. Not just 28 others, active 28 others. So for me, I was just like, Ruboy, just go in there and adapt. So all I did was to just adapt to everybody's madness, the crazy, everything, the alarm to the everything was just draining, to be honest. But alhamdulillah, we survived it at the end of the day.
I love that. Emphasis on madness. I think your season was one of the, I don't want to say, no, not worst season, but the craziest season. They were like, everybody was a main character in that house. Like, everybody wanted to shine. Everybody, like, there was colomingos. Everybody was just going crazy in the house. So I want to talk about the fights. You people fought a lot. I think one of the most jaw-dropping fights that I watched was the one between Ruboy and Imisi. I thought that was crazy. I was like, what has come over Ruboy? Like, you were going... I was watching that thing and I'm like, what is happening here? What was on your mind that night? Because I was even worried for you that they wouldn't, like, Bigbrother wouldn't give you a strike or something, because it looked like you were like, you wanted to provoke her.
So even at some point, people said I and Imisi faked the fight. I was like, fake the fight. Yeah. So I think we had an issue from the kitchen, started at the kitchen. So then she went to the garden. So there was one fight again that happened between Imisi and K-Bobo. So I witnessed that. So I wasn't happy the way Imisi treated K-Bobo that day, because I felt like Imisi bullied K-Bobo, because K-Bobo couldn't express himself in like much of Yoruba language. So whenever Imisi like, K-Bobo like, you know what I'm saying? Don't my shit. You don't know my shit. I got my starter. So that day I was like, okay, you know what? Imisi, tonight it is alright for her. I'm coming to the garden to come and look for your trouble. So I went to the garden. I only just said one small thing. Hopefully, maybe she will reply or not. Then Missy now replied. And I said, wow, the game, we just start. Then I took it from 0 to 1,000. Hey, who is poor? I'm not all of us are poor. Your mama know you're checking. It was but to be honest, it was just fun at the end of the day, because I, like, look at before leaving the house, I and Missy, we were now
close. You're like siblings now.
Even when I came over, like, why they no cook, why they no sheep them, why they no shaking? I said, you want shaking with Missy? The house go boom.
But did you regret the fight afterwards?
Yeah,
because that could have gone. It could have gone south.
Yeah, she's my witness. I couldn't sleep. I was blaming myself that Rubo. I thought you said we're not going to behave in this manner. So what went over you? So, but shout out to Zita. Zita, my console partner, and that was what made me and Zita very close. Because Zita keep telling me that, Ruboy, relax. I know you've done this, but just because me, I couldn't sleep. I was blaming myself. I was shooting myself. I was doing everything.
I think there's a quote on the wall that tells us to pretty much be crazy. You know? Yes. Doing less is not an option.
Yes, I'm telling you, people took it literally. Like, you people were like crazy in that house.
Yes, and the quote every day would wake up to it that says, do the most, doing less is not an option. So, and I would take it upon myself to read it out every day and tell everyone that they're literally crazy. I'm crazy, you're crazy, we're all crazy.
Crazy stuff. Okay, so still on Ruboy. Ruboy, you had an argument with Thelma in the house. I was also really shocked by that, because you people, you liked her. Like,
genuine.
But it wasn't that you people argued. That wasn't my issue. It was the words that you people were using. It was like you people were sworn enemies. Like, it was like you had something in mind before. Why did you even go that low with the fights?
Was it me?
Both of you.
Okay,
Both
now
of
you're
you.
being honest now,
Yes, both of you.
I thought maybe we were trying to say
No, not just you. Because I asked Thelma to when she was here, but I was just like, both of you just really went low. Like, I don't care.
So I think for me, the whole thing happened because our first fight, I went ahead to apologize because of the respect I've got for her. And sincerely speaking, I like that genuinely, not for strategy, not for anything. And please, you people should not quote me wrong. I respect her own choice. If she doesn't want to believe that I like that genuinely, she might think maybe I like her out of strategy, and it's okay. That's her own opinion as well. But now I'm going to speak on my own opinion, because I like that genuinely from the first day she stepped her foot into the house. So our first fight, I apologized. Second one, I apologized. That, okay, I'm sorry. Then we took ourselves to the dining area. We were matured about it. And I said, what are the things you don't want me to be saying to you? She mentioned them to me. Me to also mention mine to her. Then we became very close again, because during bare minimum, I was sleeping at the garden there. I just saw somebody in the middle of the night. The person just stabbed me. I'm on her tongue. I mean, I was not happy, low key, that okay.
Maybe she's
Like,
coming around.
and I shifted to the other part, and she put her duvet, and she slept. Now, when the alarm sounded, I woke up that time for exercise. So the thing was going smooth, and there was another day too. We were in the lounge. She called me, Rubo, come now, come and gist me now, come and talk. Look, I said, let me make I carry my notebook and my sister, make I go the right book beside her. Everything was good. Not until when everyone started to, they now gave us wager. Bigbrother gave me eviction to the secret room. And when I go to the secret room, I used Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think we got back Wednesday evening or Thursday, I don't know. So they already gave them the wager tax, the brief already. And I think the brief says a musical play. And me, when I got in, I saw the team, Tracy, Thelma, Brett Morgan, and the rest. So Tracy now said that, Rubo, now that you are just coming, you are going to join the team. And I said, I don't know if you join this team because me, I just the enter. What do you want me to do? You guys have practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then it was like, okay, it's not that deep that just share your story. That when you share your story, I will. And I said, I don't know how to write too many English, but you know what? I can narrate my story, help me and write it. Then Tracy did that. Then they said I should go and form lyrics. And I said, lyrics BT okay, I will go and form lyrics. So after doing the old lyrics thing, we shall add our ups and downs during that period. I was in the garden. Brett Morgan was sleeping, and one other person was sleeping. Just because Brett Morgan and Kola, they were your friends, you don't talk to them in a very harsh tone.
Right.
You use yourself, your girly tone. But when it's somebody like me, the next guy, some people, they are just unserious, so they will come from nowhere and they want to come and scatter the meeting. And I felt something so at that point, I was not even replying because I know she was throwing shit at me. So I was still kind of like, no worry. So just to add to this thing, I was with Jason and Coin, because that was just sometimes we used to steal from one another. Do you get? So I now heard Coin and Jason J talking about how they would do their wager. And I said, now that I have stolen this vital point, let me go and share with my team whether we are going to re-strategize, because this idea we want to do not be the right idea. Not be the right idea. Now so I can't go tell Tracy. And I sat down at the garden. Tracy was telling Tema. The next time I was like, somebody that wasn't around, he will just come from nowhere and will come and scatter what we have put our blood, our kidney come. I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even interested in this. Whatever she wants us to do is what we are going to do. At the end of the day, we went in there, we did our rubbish. Bigbrother finished us, and I hope everybody felt some type of way. Then I heard her talking to like 3 other people after the wager. I paid their fare. I passed. I didn't say anything. Friday passed. Saturday passed. Then on Sunday, I know that they were going to bring up what happened on Friday. So everybody were at the kitchen area. They were talking about me. I was on the massage chair. I was in as if I did not hear. All of a sudden, Midday just said, they don't enter Rooboy, you. I was like, who enter Rooboy? Midday will be that. She now replied, Kinikon, me, I'm going up and down to go and say Kinikon. I saw everything from 0 to 1,000. No, called me, I give me 7 insult. I go punish you. They mad you. I don't even like you again. The greatness, I like you. Kinikon, back and forth. And that was how everything went messy. And till date, we are not talking.
Till date,
yes,
till today,
yes,
even though you're out of the house.
Talking.
So that friendship is over.
So for me, I don't hold grudges. If Thelma walks in this room now, like, hi everybody, I feel great now. But I don't want somebody to now embarrass me or see me less, like say, Kineko. So now why me, I just want to do my day. Nobody say I get issue with and I should think they get issue. But me, now love and light. Even Midday, I was telling me that I be like say I go slide in this girl there, but I go give her 24. If she don't reply me, I go still come out my message. I go and send down sharp.
Do you still like Thelma?
Not anymore, to be honest. Not anymore.
Fair enough. Okay, so we'll move to Midday. Midday, you and very funny that you and Zita came out at the same time. Your fight with Zita, I think that's the longest standing fight in the house. I don't think people ever reconciled in their house.
No, we did, but they didn't show.
Oh, they didn't show us.
Initiated it.
Oh, really?
No, like
But it was very
very close to when we left the house.
Okay, so you guys are cool now.
Yeah.
Because that fight just went from like 0 to... I was like, what just happened here?
Yeah.
Like, and it just seemed like the entire season, you people did not speak at all. Okay, but I'm happy to hear that you people have reconciled. So I want to ask about your fight with Dede. So that was one that I think from the viewer's perspective, watching it, it was a bit confusing why you didn't try to initiate a conversation with her. Because Ebuka came and said, oh, Midday and Kola were talking about you, right? I think people watching felt like, oh, maybe Mide should have tried to explain, because from Dede's point of view, she probably would be confused, like, oh, this is supposed to be my friend and the guy that is like trying to talk to 100%. Me. So, but it felt like you listened to Bright Morgan, because Bright was like, if Mide go and reconcile, I will fight her. So you just felt like, oh, my man said I shouldn't reach out, so I'm not reaching out. Why did you not think?
I would say that it wasn't just Bright Morgan. There were a lot of people giving me their opinions about how it looked as if I was, the friendship wasn't mutual. And I think that really bothered me, because it's just like, imagine coming to this place, doing Young Pablo, doing all these things, and it still feels like the friendship is not mutual. I'm behind this person, right? So I really wanted to make it like, okay, if at all we're going to continue with our friendship, it needed to feel like the right time for it to happen. And you're not also saying that there were times where I would try to look at her and she would just, like, there were just little things we could get from somebody's energy that I just felt like, let me not even, go
stress
there.
Myself.
Let me not embarrass myself more than I maybe already have on national TV. Let me just say whatever it is that, so it was a lot of me overthinking and me listening to what every other person had to say, more than me just saying, look, I've probably hurt my friend. Let me just be a better friend.
Right.
It was more of, I'm trying to save my own ego or my whatever it is. So, and I feel like we had a conversation about that, and I just hope when she comes out, it would make more sense, because I feel like no matter how much I try to explain it, it wouldn't make sense, because I'm just trying to defend myself to call her like, no, this friendship is mutual, and everybody, no, this friendship, like, I didn't really understand how it could come across as me probably making it seem like my friendship. I don't know what it was that came out, or whatever it was that you guys saw, but I was really just trying to defend myself and my own ego.
Okay, and I also think there were a lot of people that thought you were a bad friend to her, because even outside of that scenario, there was one time where you were talking to Kola about, the guys that Dede said, oh, you stay away from Kola. I don't know that Dede would have wanted Kola to know that. But it felt like, when your girl is just telling you something like girl talk, and then you told him, and the whole, Dede and Coin kissing, the night Kola thought they were kissing, it felt like you were on Kola's side. You were like, leave this girl, something like that. So there were people that thought you were a bad friend. Do you feel like you were a bad friend to Dede?
No, I feel like there were a lot of conversations that were not shown as well. It would have made more sense if you guys were seeing the other side of the conversation that I would also have with Dede regarding Kola as well. So it was more of a thing where Kola was constantly in, would I say pain, emotional turmoil? Kola would always come to us and say, as if his heart was about to fall out of his chest. Dede, and I'm just like, bro, if you feel this way, leave this person for your own sanity. Right. It wasn't because I was trying to be a bad friend to Dede. It was more like, you're my friend, so I can see how much it's even stressing me. Do you know how many times I'll say, oh, Kola, this is the last time I'll talk about this thing with you. I'm tired. But it would just always happen. And I'm just like, if you really feel this way about this person, choose yourself. Because if you feel like the narrative out there is that, oh, you're the next Ozo of the season, and all these things, then maybe you should choose yourself and remove yourself from this situation that's bothering you so much, instead of even bothering me. Right. So it was more of that, more than me trying to, stay up. No, it wasn't any of that. I was even like, Kola, bro, free this thing, And when I realized he's never going to free this, and I said, you know what, drag it as long as you want to. Is whatever you want to do, just do. Right. So it wasn't anything of me coming from a bad place or having bad intentions. And if I probably said things that I shouldn't have said to Kola, I felt like it was more like when you're in that house and you're gisting, sometimes you don't even know that gist, you've passed a boundary. You're just gisting based on pure, like, we're not with our phones, we're together 247. Like, there's some gist that will probably be a little bit, oh, okay, I shouldn't have said this, but it wasn't in any way me trying to be a bad friend to Dede. Never.
But thinking about it now, if you were to go back into the house, do you feel like you would have approached the friendship differently, or do you think you'd have played it out exactly how?
So I would have been more careful with some things that I would say, but I was also looking at it from my side. You guys didn't even know I was really close to Kola. Kola was my guy as well. So it was more of, I'm here and I'm there, but really and truly, I had two separate relationships that I'm trying to balance,
right.
and it was difficult for me to do that. And I'm a human being. It was hard. Like, it's very, you don't know, the two of them were like cat and rat in that house, so it was very hard for me to balance both. And I probably slept once or twice, but it wasn't out of me being a bad person.
Understandably so. Okay, so we're going to move to Zita. Zita, there are a lot of viewers that think you have anger issues. First of all, do you think you have anger issues?
Prior to the show, I never thought I had anything with anger because I actually have never had any physical altercation, you know. So, but the thing about that house is, and also the fact that I take accountability, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things that I should not have done. And maybe I do need help and I will seek help, you know, but then I just feel like the house kind of brought out certain parts of you that you didn't know you had. Like, there are situations that typical in real life, you just walk away or you just block the person or you just be like, oh, nah, we're not having this conversation. But in that house, it was you and the person up each other's ass.
Right.
You know? So, yeah. To Rubo, I apologize. I'm so sorry.
I love you, my G. I love you.
It wasn't necessary.
We love that, actually. That was very mature of you to have like given a public apology because you felt like you did it publicly. You wanted to apologize publicly. I thought that was very mature. But I also want to speak about I don't know if you're even aware, but I think Faith thinks that you people have issues. Yeah, he said some things like after you came out, like, oh, you don't use your sense or something like that. Was it? Because I thought you guys were friends because you saved him at some point.
Yeah, he saved me too. So, Faith and I were actually cool for the longest. We had a little banter. Then, when I was HOA for the second time, he went ahead to say something. Said something to me along the lines of, you're not using your brain, or you're finally using your senses or your brain. I was like, that he is quite disrespectful. Not quite, he is disrespectful. He can be disrespectful and he can be very condescending in his words, you know. And sometimes you call him out on it and he's like, but it's true. So imagine telling someone that told you that and the person is like, okay, but I was right. Like, what the hell? Like, are you kidding me? So we had a break-ish thingy. But then eventually we started talking. And I thought we were cool until he did his deaf and dumb thingy with the house that he wasn't talking to the house. But I didn't think it extended
that was the
to
whole
me.
house?
Yes, the whole house. Until some people went and suck up to his ass. But anyways, we thank God. Nobody in particular. Ciao. But then, you know, at the wager thingy, I was like, oh, we're performing, right? And he was the only one that was not performing. I was like, pass my distance, pass my skirt. Dede was going to style me next. And it was odd when I was wearing like super high. He was like, you know, just pass it. And he was just looking at me like this. And it was just crazy, you know. The whole issue with Ruboy, he never came to talk to me. When I thought I was going home, the whole punishment from Biggie, he never said a word. When I was leaving, he didn't say a word. I was like, okay, keep it a buck, wrap it. Band for band, don't worry. Energy
So
for
now
energy.
you guys, you and Faith, you're not cool.
Definitely not at the moment. If he comes out and we talk it out, we'll be fine. But his character is not necessarily my cup of tea anymore. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move to ships now, right? I think I will go back to Midday. Midday, you have one of the most famous ships in that house.
Oh, wow.
You and Bright. They're like Queen Pin and Kingpin. But what's the status now? I'm sure you've come out and you've seen the whole drama between Bright and his girlfriend and all of that. Where do you, first of all, I'll ask, do you love Bright Morgan? Because we asked him the same question while he was here. And I'm not going to tell you his answer. So I'm just going to ask you, do you love him?
This is a very tough one. So I have, in the house, I did have strong feelings for Bright Morgan.
You did.
Yeah.
Past tense, so not anymore.
Well, I'm just trying to navigate them. I don't know, like, there's just a lot going on.
Oh, wow. So we're not sure of a Big Brother ship.
I don't even know myself. I don't know, like, I'm still very much like, what's happening, what's going on.
Because on
I'm
this
trying
show,
to catch up.
he kind of chose you over his girlfriend. And he was like, oh, yeah, I love Midday. And for him, he's willing to continue with you and he's done with that.
And I understand that and I respect that. You know, at the end of the day, Bryce and I will always be friends. We came in there and we built a very solid friendship even before we started doing romantic whatever. So I feel like I will always have his back in that way. And I do feel for him about the death of his manager. But it's just like, there's also a lot of things that's happening where I'm like, what does this really mean for me? You know, I'm still trying to understand a lot of things. I mean, like, I'm 1 week, I've not even gone a week out, so it's just like I still need to, I don't want to tell you guys yes and then tomorrow you guys say no. So I want to be sure before I put anything out there. So it's not in a disrespectful anything to Bright or to anybody. It's just like I also need to process everything that is going on and make a decision for myself and for Bright as well.
So I guess we just keep our fingers crossed on that.
Yeah.
So I moved to Sabrina. Sabrina, you left quite early. But before you left, I was a bit confused. I wasn't sure if you and Kola were friends or if there was some form of, even if it's a little bit of like romantic feelings between the both of you. Because people seemed really close really fast.
Yes.
And he couldn't stop speaking about you, even after you left the house.
That's my bestie, and I love him. For me, there was never a point where there was a blurred line between us being just friends or anything romantic. It was always platonic. You know, he came into the house and he came towards me, and the first thing he said, "Oh my God, they just said you're also from Canada, Toronto," and we instantly bonded on residency. Okay. Right, our area, it's a very affluent area, so we just kind of talked about Toronto, and that was like nice, right? Because I've not lived in Toronto for a while. Before coming to Nigeria, I was living in London, UK. So it was nice to have that conversation, right? It was cool because I think no one else in the house can connect with us on that, right? So it was an instant click. Then beyond that, it seems he actually liked me, like, you know, liked me, right? And he had that conversation with me, and he had sworn secrecy with me about it. So I was surprised that the moment I left, he told everybody about it, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So do you think if you were still in the house, do you think he would have pursued Dede as much?
Well, I can't speak on that because we had already agreed that there was nothing there. Like, we're just going to be friends, right? It was one of those moments where he said to me, like, you know, Sabrina, I really liked you, but you're too tall. Please don't tell anybody this. Do not tell it. So I kept it, like, you know, like, I really appreciate that he was honest enough to tell me. And I don't think he needed anybody else to validate his feelings. I like how vulnerable it takes a lot for a guy to tell you, like, I really like you, but you're too tall for me. I can't do that. Right? And him telling me not to say it to anybody. I was like, okay, cool. Like, no need to have that conversation. So I was surprised when people started telling me that, oh, he just said that you're really attractive. And Dede was asking, why would you say your friend is attractive? And I'm like, I don't watch the show. And I still maintain that when I came out. Right. So I'm only grasping for what people say. But then week in and week out, he keeps on speaking of me so highly of me. I'm like, oh, wow. Like, thank you, bestie. I didn't realize our friendship was that deep. You know, in the house, I just thought he was my buddy, I was his buddy, especially because he would come to me to speak about Dede. Right? So I was almost like his counselor, his therapist. Right? At one point I told him and Doris, I'm tired of you guys. I don't want to be friends with anybody anymore because you guys are stressing me. You know, I was everybody's confidant. Like, you know, I feel like even Telma, there are things that people never heard about individuals because he was locked up with Sabrina. Right? So that's why you saw that connection, because he had been vulnerable with me. I accepted it. He told me things he didn't want to tell, you know? So when he said he only really trusted Sabrina, I understood what he meant, because the conversation he was having with me that he wouldn't have with other people. So I love him. I can't wait to celebrate with him, and yeah.
So even outside of Kola, there were other housemates that felt like you left an impact on them, even though you didn't stay too long.
Yeah.
A lot of people really spoke about you and like, oh, we miss Sabrina. We hope she comes back. Da, 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 da. How did that make you feel?
Oh, I feel so good. You know, like I always said in my diary sessions, I believe I'm a finalist. You know, I saw myself being there all the way to the end. So the fact that my name is still being mentioned as of week 9, week 10, because just yesterday, Kola was talking about me and how he's looking forward to seeing me at the Saturday party. So I just feel like, wow, it's not about how long you stay in there.
Right.
You know, you can be there for just one day and have impact that people who stayed for so long don't have. Right? There are individuals that stayed longer than me that are not being spoken about. The moment they left, they were forgotten. Right? So I'm really, really happy about the impact that I was able to make, and that I've gotten so much love out of this experience. What could have turned out to be, you know, a emotional crisis ended up being a feel-good moment, right? I never expected in a lifetime that Thelma would have so many good things to say about me, how she dedicated her entire Aquafina, you know, Paddy conversation speech about me. That was like, oh wow. Kola kind of almost anticipated that it would be me and MEC, and it happened. So I was like, oh nice, cool, consistent, right? But her was like, oh okay, wow. Even the things that she said, I was like, oh okay, wow, girl, thank you, got me like that. No wonder you're my wifey. I chose right. So yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we're going to move to Zita. Zita, you had the fastest brewing ship in that house. Like, you people started like Oyoma said, go. You're like, okay, yes, we're together, right? And I think that Boski really liked you. He made that very clear. He wasn't confused at all. And I thought you liked him too, only for him to leave the house. And then you're telling, was it Rubo? You're telling somebody that, Big Brother boys give you the ick. And I'm like, so does Damboski give you the ick?
Shut up. So Damboski is a situation of it's a unique situation in the sense that if he wasn't there, it would be everybody gave me the ick. Gave me the ick in the relationship wise. Like I didn't come in there and say, oh my God, I'm attracted to you. I would like you. Like that was like, no, let's just be friends or something. Stay there, right? But he was super, super sweet, and I felt like I needed a comfort zone in the beginning because of how, like they all said, 28 housemates with huge personalities, everybody's clashing, and it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Right? So you kind of like need your personal space, and he was that for me. And yeah, it was really sweet, so definitely.
So he doesn't give you the ick anymore?
No.
He never did.
He never did. Okay. Yeah. So are we looking forward to a relationship, or did that end with the house?
So we spent 2 weeks together and like 7 weeks without each other. So I feel like we have a lot of catching up to do and seeing if this is actually a real thing, for real. So, but it's positive. He's cool.
I think it's for real on his side. He came to give you flowers yesterday. He came to give flowers. I was there. I clocked it.
Sorry, he actually posted it on social media. So I think I saw the video.
Interesting.
Okay, so I guess we'll be looking forward to your ship. We'll see how that goes.
No pressure.
Okay, so Rooboy, going back to you, Rooboy, there was something that happened. Was it last week? Oh, no. When you were the snail?
Second snail.
Yeah. Do you regret giving that phone to K-Bobo? Because I don't think that call was because of you were a snail. I think it was just network or something.
Yeah,
but you just gave up.
Yeah, thank you, doing, because me say now later I can't say it's not about snail or no snail, and it pained me to be.
Because you would have gotten that. You would have gotten it.
So this message is for K-Bobo. K-Bobo, if you don't come outside, we will go out to and do. He pain me, go. Because I was like, why would this guy tell me that it's because of snail? And
why did you listen to him?
Because whenever you are snail, you don't have any privilege to anything in the house. That was the OP concerning snail. So whenever they tell me that I'm always sad. Because you don't have nobody can give you immunity. You cannot do anything. You just be washing plate, be washing toilets. Those are the privileges that come with being the house snail. So, but at the end of the day, K-Bobo is my guy. So it's still a win-win. We now add that in our bottom immunity again. I was like, oh, good job.
If you picked Saka, would you have accepted the offer? Some
So
people
see
might
final.
some people might have felt like 10 million naira is a lot. Like,
for computer money. Now, computer money now, I just see, no. 10 million naira deduct. They only shout now, the way Midday they shout. They don't pass now.
Okay, so Midday, I'm going to come back to you now before we get to the next segment. You had an argument with culture, right? And I think people watching from the outside, a lot of people thought that culture wasn't really in the wrong, because you actually had issues with, like, I understand that there's a lot of pressure, right? And I know that you can count, of course. I think towards the last task, you showed us that you have like a lot of like brain capacity. So I don't think that anybody thought you're dumb, but the pressure, whatever. But regarding that game, you really didn't count well. But you were so upset with him, and you went at him like the whole evening.
Yeah.
Why were you so angry with
culture,
him?
they were. If you watch the arena games and you paid attention about like to the games, and I think everybody here will bear me witness when I say culture has mood swings when it comes to if he was on your team, you just know that if you guys didn't do well in a game, there's an issue. He would be so, there's a way he reacts that just makes you feel like what did I do, and he did it again that day. And I also had my own personal thing with culture where I felt like, there were things I was hearing that he was saying that he would say to somebody else. So it was just like so many things had piled up onto that point where I just exploded. And even Sultana was shouting at him because that's how culture is when he's in your team. And I felt like he kept on doing that thing again. And the fact that he kept on saying, you can't count. And it's like, I can literally count 1 to 100 for you right now if you want me to count 1 to 100 for you. It's not like that when you're in a game, when you're tensed, when people are telling you, try again, do this. So it's a lot of other things that come into play. And you're not even giving me grace. You're shouting at me and you're raising your voice and you're doing the same thing that you always do. And I'm just not having it. And I think there was something else that he did. I can't remember, but it was just all those things were just annoying me. Like, bro, calm down. Okay, yeah. Coin didn't play his first game well. And he didn't have that same energy for Coin. And I think in the house, whenever you don't have that same energy for somebody else and you have it for me, that's where the problem will now even triple, because you didn't shout at Coin, you didn't raise your voice at Coin when Coin got us 5 marks. At the end of the day, I still got us point plus 15. So what is the issue? Just calm down. We even did better than a lot of people that can count.
Do you feel like you said too much, Adi? Did you regret the fight
I did,
afterwards?
100%. I remember saying to Jason J in the diary session, like, oh, I did feel bad about, going in. But in that moment, I was so angry and I was so mad. But eventually I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have gone so, deep or whatever. But there were so many things that culture had been doing that I was just like, you know what, he probably deserved it.
Okay, so we're going to go to the next segment now. So this segment, no long talk.
Okay.
Once I ask the question, you just mention the name, the first name that pops in your head. Just mention the name. Yeah, everybody. So we'll start with Rooboy this way. Okay. Of all the people left in the house, who do you think deserves to win the season? One name.
I'll give it to Coin.
My bestie caller.
I'll give it to Kola.
I'll give it to Dede.
Okay. Who do you think is the most strategic in the house? Even not the people in the house now, just generally the season.
Everybody.
Who
I
do
think
you
I'll
think
give it to Zita.
most strategic?
Yes.
Okay.
She became chose snake.
She was one.
No.
Oh,
That's a snake. But she did that to stand out.
speaking of, sorry, please, 1 second. Speaking about the snake thing, was it like a personal thing you just took on yourself, or was it Bigbrother that told you to do it? You did. Oh, okay. All right. So, most strategic. Okay.
I would say Missy, but I feel like it was a little too obvious. So I think I'll just settle for Faith. I think he's on that boy.
His switch wasn't predictable.
Well, I'll still stick with Emisi. I think Emisi is very strategic.
Who do you think is most annoying housemate?
Annoying in what sense?
Yeah. Annoying in general, like I can't stand this person.
None for me.
Same here. I get along with everybody.
Oh, girl, please. No. I feel like what he said, like annoying in what sense? Like say Mensan can bug you, but he's not deep annoying, but he can really just rile you up. Who for Faith can make you have a bad. He can just say something and you have a bad day. You get that kind of thing. So I don't know which we're talking about. But yeah.
Okay.
I also think Faith too. Faith can be annoying. He's not always annoying, especially when he's doing so great. When he's active, wager, whatever. But he can be annoying when he starts saying all this, I'm better than you, you're not anything in the head. It can be annoying.
Okay. There are 10 people left in the house now. Who is that one housemate that you hope does not win the season?
Make us
like if you could evict, of course it's not in your hands, right? It's in the hands of the voters, right?
Okay.
So if you could evict somebody right now, who do you think is in that house that doesn't deserve to be there?
Don't
right
let that doesn't deserve
not
to be
deserve,
there.
but you
Let's
think
go
should
back
be
to
there.
that, because
Okay.
of that person's behavior.
Yeah, that you wish you could evict this person.
But go use people 10 million buy minutes to go house.
Okay.
I think we're all 10 over 10 and deserve a chance at winning.
Same.
You were so kind.
Same.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
Who do you think had the best game in the house? Who do you think the most entertaining viewer is? Like truly entertaining.
To be honest,
housemate, sorry.
To be honest, you see that set. From number 1 to 29.
There's somebody. There has to be one person that you feel like this person's storyline makes sense. I'm not saying that every other person was
So
boring.
so for me, look at Midday now. Someone like Midday now that just picked up from like, was it fourth week or in the and I was like, guy, where you come from now? And all of a sudden, Midday stole the weeks like that. Zita, Sabrina, Kola, God, I beg, go cack up Kingsley. No, for me, everybody for me.
Okay.
Everybody.
Sabrina,
This wasn't about strategy.
Like
the most entertaining housemate.
I give it to myself. Thank you.
Right.
I actually would give it to Rooboy. I wish he saw my most influential list. Like I was like, why? When he won the first time, I was like, so wow, he's always going to win the most influential. When other people kept winning, I was like, okay, like sure, because see him now.
Yeah, I would say Ruboy and Imisi. Imisi is very entertaining when she does that Mide, all these things. I'm like, where is this coming from? So I'll say both of them are like dragging that spot for me.
Okay. Speaking about this most influential housemate of the week, right? How come not even one time did the girl win it? Are you maybe saying that all the girls in the house are not influential?
You know what? I feel like I see it as a good thing because most of the things on that list was like house chores. Like, we don't do that. Right? So it was actually, I feel like it was beautiful to see in the sense, not that I didn't want anybody to win, but it was like the narrative is changing. You know, people would typically think the girls would be in the kitchen, you know, whooping up stuff. And I don't know. It was just different. I was like, okay, we're not doing chores. So. And then, well, we enjoyed ourselves. We didn't need to do influential. So.
Good for you.
Yeah. And I think the question was never most influential. Like, the categories were different. It was never most influential. So we voted on different things, like best at doing chores, you know, best at wagers. Like, it was exercise. So it was different things. So most entertaining, I was always gonna put you. Culture,
I think if they had done
you know?
like for each category, girls would have come up
Exactly.
with a lot more, but because they summed it up.
Yeah, so there's specific details that make it like that. So yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't a direct question.
Okay, so now that you're out of the house, right? Ruboy, what should we be expecting from you?
Okay, so for me, I'm going to pick up from where I stopped, which is being a hype man, performer, actor. And second thing is the Ruboy Foundation. I'm going to pick it up from there to supporting people, the needy students, schools, like that. Then the Rubo experience, I did the first one June 11, 2022. But now that God has blessed me with Bigbrother Naija, so I think I want to do the second one. And everybody here in the room, they are all invited. So, and the last but not the least is come 2027, please and please tell your mom and dad, uncles and aunties to please vote Ruboy for governor, Lagos State. Thank you.
Amen. Sabrina.
Just like Ruboy, in the future, I definitely want to take up space in the political arena. But before then, more fashion coming out to you next year. God willing, I'll be launching my own luxury lingerie line. So yeah, so more fashion for sure. And you know, you guys didn't get to see the drama in action, but I would love to actualize dreams in Nollywood, so acting, you know, so yeah, and obviously public speaking. You know, I was a cho queen, but actually professionally I speak. I'm a professional speaker, so I've done TED Talks. I look forward to doing more TED Talks, you know, more speaking engagements. Yeah, just more of me on the screen and more of me until you get tired of me.
Okay.
For Zita, it's majorly focusing on my brand, Beth & Co, the clothing brand, which I wore a lot of. Any short dress, pink dress you saw, yeah, it's from the brand. So it's more so like we have to revamp, we have to upgrade to a certain level. You know, levels have changed. Anyways, I probably have like a Barbie collection for the girlies, the pink section, you know, and also during the whole Barbie thing, I wanted it was black Barbie, not just Barbie, you know, and there was a reason for that. It's not just a name, it's more so like a movement. It's more so like more dark-skinned women in the beauty space, more dark-skinned women in the beauty space. And I would love to be at the forefront of that, you know, makeup, hair, modeling, runways, everything. I'm down.
Okay.
So I feel like in the house I was known for my acting, so that's something that I want to really like focus on. And then coming out, I also have like I used to be, or I'm still a mixologist. I want to start my own cocktail line, beauty space like makeup, hair. I might start a wig business because everybody asks me about my wigs, my wigs, my wigs. So that's something that I really want to do coming out. So yeah, those are the things that I'm really looking forward to.
Okay, I love that for you guys.
Thank
I hope you
you.
people make all the money in the world on social media. I hope so. All right, guys. So we've come to the end of this episode, and we'll see you same time next week with the next set of evicted housemates. But until then, bye.
Bye.